Hey everybody, Jim Jupiter here. Merry KirstenDunstmas. Here's your second gift for the holiday season. We've been talking about it for a long time, so you should already be subscribed. But if you aren't, here's the first episode of our brand new podcast, Dave Franco's Dream Boys. It just aired yesterday. You can go subscribe anywhere you listen to podcasts. It's great. It's the internet's premier Dave Franco fancast, and we think you'll love it. Check it out.
Dave Franco's Dream Boys is a fan-made podcast that exists to enjoy, critique, and promote the work of legendary film actor Dave Franco. Nothing the hosts say is endorsed or promoted by Dave Franco. If Mr. Franco is listening, we love you, and this is all in good fun. If you're not Dave Franco, welcome to the show, Dream Boy.
Welcome to Dave Franco's Dream Boys. My name's Jim Jupiter.
My name is Quinn Jupiter.
We're the Jupiter Boys, but this is not the Jupiter Boys.
No, this is Dave Franco's Dream Boys.
A brand new side podcast from the Jupiter Boys, wherein we talk about our dream boy.
Our dream
Man,
I mean, let's
he's
talk
a dream
about
man.
He's a dream man.
I mean,
At this
we're
point,
not going after a minor,
no, it's
but
right.
it's Mr. David Franco.
David Franco. That's what all his friends called him. David.
David. This show is about appreciating Dave Franco, about loving Dave Franco,
And
about
showing up for
seeing,
Dave Franco.
Yeah, exactly. We're not standing Dave Franco because
No.
I feel like that's a weird thing to say that you're doing
It's
to
a
a
little
celebrity.
weird. It's a little weird.
Quinn, I would really like for you to talk in your microphone.
Thought I was, Jim. Sorry.
That's okay.
Thought I was, and I apologize to the listeners for that noise.
Okay, so we've decided that this show is going to be a side show.
That's right.
Be probably a little bit longer than your standard Jupiter Boys fare.
Yeah, we're going overtime, which is what you hate to do.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting.
Every single time we try to do it, you don't like it because you hate my face. You told me that on multiple occasions. Just like, I don't like your face, man. I can't spend longer than like 6 hours with you. It's just awful. And our recording sessions take about 6 hours every single time.
Yeah, to get 20 minutes of usable content.
Yeah, it's a hellscape, and
Yeah.
we can't escape from it. So what is the first role that we could find on the old Internet Movie Database? That's Internet Movie Database. Doesn't sponsor us, but I wanted to give them a shout out because I spent a lot of time on them.
Absolutely. The first thing that Dave Franco has been credited with, on the database, would be an episode of a show that you might remember from the 90s and early 2000s called Seventh Heaven.
Yes.
Now, it was on from 1996 to 2007, and the episode in question is an episode called Highway to Sell.
Yes. It is the cell phone episode.
The cell phone episode.
Parentheses, Highway to Sell.
You can clearly tell that for some reason, like, it's just amazing because, like, it was very apparent that cell phones had just become popular,
Yes.
or that were just then becoming mainstream, because the Seventh Heaven, in their hyper religious ways, in their very, like, I don't know, patronizing, paternalistic,
super overbearing and underwhelming. Quite frankly,
like really just over the top, like, this is what you should do with your life.
Yeah.
This is how you should raise your family. Anyway, everybody in the episode, throughout the episode, is on the phone, including young twin boys who, like, barely can speak for despite appearing 7 to 8 years old, and it's like,
they're awful.
Why
can't they speak?
Why are your language skills so impaired? It's a little weird, but basically the plot summary of this episode is that let's see here. Let's see what iMDb has to say about it. Oh no, it doesn't even say anything about this specific episode.
No, because they're like, take a wild guess.
Oh, here we go.
I think it's about how cell phones are evil.
So
or they can.
So this episode actually aired the 3rd of April, 2006. That's when our sweet dream boy Dave Franco,
our baby boy,
burst out onto the world
our
stage.
beautiful baby boy emerged as a beautiful flower, and we watched him grow. We appreciated him. We built a monument in support of him.
So here's the plot summary of this episode.
Right.
Simon isn't amused, and this is by KGF Vissers. I don't know who that is, but thank you for
Thank
for this,
you, KGF Vissers.
Simon isn't amused that Rose pulls out all the stops while hosting a luxurious dinner to impress her Italian ex, Bert Lanzo,
Yeah, there's some weird xenophobic stuff going on there.
who left her at the altar. He jests about wanting her back, or is he serious? And who is the mystery girl Simon agrees to talk to immediately but covertly?
Yeah.
The Camden parents are not amused that Ruthie's long-awaited cell phone does nothing for her social life, which is
They're barging into their daughter's social life, so basically they're being like, "Hey, you don't have any friends,
yeah.
so we're gonna
Although
give
she,
you.
she
we're gonna
actively
make you
gives up
boyfriends."
she actively gives up that information though, and then Reverend Camden, Eric Camden, urges several boys
Yeah.
to call his daughter.
Yeah. Just like kind of give her a choice of like who to like, innocently make out with, but never like actually go.
Nothing but under the bra.
Yeah,
But but the thing is, like, he's just like picking, like he's like auctioning off his daughter to just like
Basically.
various dudes. It's super fucking weird.
Yeah.
So
very
He
strange.
urges her to call several boys.
Several.
She enlists the help. He enlists the help of one boy's father.
Yeah.
To like coerce his own son
And
into.
he's just a skis ball. You
Yeah.
can tell when he comes
when
on
he
the
tells her
streets.
to lie to her basically.
Yeah, like, basically there's a lot of gaslighting going on in this episode, I find.
Uh,
A lot of the men being like trying to like manipulate stuff and then being like, "What? It's your fault that shit went bad."
So that's the essential plot of the story. There's a side plot where Lucy is sort of turning down a job at a big charity because
Yeah.
she feels like she has to be a good mother first.
Home for teen girls.
Yeah, and she has to be like the proper wife and mother
Yeah, that's
first and
right.
foremost because God forbid a woman prioritize her career.
Literally, God forbid.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
this is Seventh Heaven we're talking about, Jim. This is actually a show that's kind of near and dear to our past hearts because we used to watch it
yeah, all the time.
religiously.
All the time. Yeah. So this the last sentence of this summary is hilarious because this person thought that it was relevant enough to include in this summary.
Yeah.
Benjamin Bainsworth, meanwhile, finds her number and works up the courage to call after a year. Now, Dave Franco is only credited with this episode of Seventh Heaven,
So is he in other episodes?
and
That's what I wanna know.
he plays Benjamin Bainsworth.
Maybe
Now,
he's in the other
it's-
episodes.
It is
He's not
entirely
cre- he's
possible
not
that he
credited.
is in episodes before and after this episode.
Yes.
If he is, please write into the show.
Please.
Well, I'm gonna try to get us a Twitter handle. I don't have one yet. It'll be in the show notes, whatever it is. It'll probably be like Dave Franco's Dreamboys at Tumblr or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah. So just so you know, we need to know who Benjamin Bainsworth is.
Yes, we need to know this information.
So essentially, what happens is for our boy Dave to be introduced to the show. Because fuck everybody else, they're not important.
Yeah.
This podcast isn't about
It's
them.
very true.
It's super fucked up. The whole rest of the storyline is fucked up. Dave is our shining light in this.
It's true. Dave is just a beacon.
He's a breath of
hope
fresh air. He's a
and-
breath of fresh air on this show. And so the first sighting of Dave,
Which we burst out into full-blown claps.
full-blown
At-
applause.
Full-blown applause. And I'm going to start throwing stuff at the screen.
Yeah.
Maybe
So the first sighting, there's two sightings in this whole episode
Yes.
of Benjamin Bainsworth. And the first sighting is at 32 minutes and 52 seconds of a 46-minute long show, maybe 44
he
minutes
doesn't
long.
show up till very
Literally,
well into the show.
Almost the very end. So here's you actually don't even hear Dave Franco because he doesn't have a line in this shot of him. But essentially, what's happened is one of the boys that Eric has tasked, Reverend Camden has tasked with calling Ruthie, has dropped Ruthie's number
In the promenade.
on the.
The
Quintus
promenade.
loves saying promenade.
I love it. I
but-
don't even know what it means, but I love it.
He has dropped her number written out on a scrap of paper.
And
Ruthie-
of course, it's Ruthie Camden 5550165, and that's very close to 5550155, which is a number that's popularly used in movies to simulate a fake number
Really?
because it's just so easy, and no, it's not taken. I think
Oh,
when
no-
you call it, they're like, "Hey, this is 555-155."
No, there's no 555 numbers. That's the whole
That's
secret.
true. Yeah.
So it could be like 555, literally anything.
That's true.
So it says Ruthie Camden is sitting on some concrete, and well, let's just watch what happens. We'll narrate what's happening. Oh, somebody's picking up the paper.
It's Dave Franco.
It's our boy Dave
It's
Franco.
Dave Franco.
Oh, he's looking at it. He's thinking about making a call.
Oh, flip phone. Touchstone dialing.
He's dialing. Now Ruthie is in her bedroom with another boy who's actually showed up at her house.
And professed his love of her face and her lips, I think?
Her lip gloss.
Her lip gloss.
So she has just ignored his call.
Or it's outside the service area.
And Dave is heartbroken about it.
You know what I like about that scene? I like Dave's outfit. He's got a good outfit on. He's layered. He's got good layers going on. He's got the little emblem on his chest, which kind of signifies in that time, kind of upper class.
Well,
Had
yeah,
a little bit
sort
of
of.
a logo.
You've got like a little bit of a tracksuit on, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna see if I can find Dave. Oh, there
There
he
he
goes. So he's in like a windbreaker.
Yeah.
A white tee.
Yeah.
His hair has not taken on the nice gelled Dave Franco hair that we know and love.
But it is very well proportioned. It's very well styled.
I wouldn't say it's well styled. I would say that it's kind of haphazard.
Unkempt. It's a little unkempt.
It's sort of curly. It's like a little mop right on the top of his head.
Yeah.
But you know what? He starts out with his like crooked Dave Franco smile.
Yeah.
And James has the same smile. Those Franco boys.
It's true. They do stand out.
They got like a side smile.
That's right.
They got that crooked smile and very dark eyebrows, both of them.
Yeah.
Especially Dave, our boy Dave,
Our boy Dave.
our dream boy.
Our sweet baby boy.
So, first of all, let's just talk about this character Ruthie.
Yeah.
Obvious psychopath, because
Yes.
if you actually, well, to be fair, she doesn't have caller ID and she doesn't know who
Yeah.
Benjamin Bainsworth have his number.
Yeah.
So Benjamin, apparently this is the first appearance of him and only appearance of him.
I'm disappointed too because our boy Dave
But so
deserved better.
as a watcher, you can imagine how that short amount of actual screen time would be sort of confusing if you've never seen this character before.
Yeah.
And suddenly, like, he calls and you're just like, wait, so who's this guy?
Who's this guy?
Like, it would be kind of jarring.
I could see that. Let's go to the next appearance of our boy Dave, of our Davy boy, our sweet
Okay,
Davy
give me
boy.
a sec.
And let's play that up. Dave, of course, I don't know any facts about Dave Franco. I know a lot of the movies that he's been in because I've watched a lot of the movies that he's been in. I'm sure there's probably only a few on this list, especially when we get later into the list, that I have, like, there are probably very few that I haven't watched because I am a big fan of Dave Franco.
Yeah, so let's go to the next sighting is at 39:59 and a few milliseconds.
There might be the Reverend talking to his wife.
No,
for a
it's
little
not.
bit.
It's
No.
not. It's just music. So
Okay.
I'm gonna get this a little quieter because I think the last time was a little loud, and we're gonna have to. That's gonna be a learning curve. But here's the second Dave Franco sighting. So Ruthie's phone is ringing.
Huh?
Hi, Ruthie. It's Benjamin.
Benjamin?
Of course,
Benjamin Bainsworth. I'm in your English class.
of course. That's
So
that's the sweet,
I'm pausing
sultry
it.
sounds of Dave Franco,
I'm pausing it there.
as you already kind of put together.
Of course, you have to know by now that that's Dave Franco.
Yeah, he's got that. He's got that kind of like haphazard, kind of like throwing caution to the wind type of voice,
Yep.
where it's very
Yeah.
longing.
So let's see what he's just said that he's been in her math class or English class.
Yeah,
So let's
English class. Yes, Benjamin Bainsworth.
Did my dad give you my number?
No, I found it. Some guy wrote it on a piece of paper, and it was blowing around the promenade, and I picked it up. I figured it was fate. Look, I've thought about calling you all year.
okay. So
Okay, so he's going around the promenade, and he's walking around the promenade, and he comes across a number, and he calls that number, and it ends up being a girl in his English class.
no,
because he saw the name. You thought, how many fucking other Ruthies are in this town? Bloody hell.
Not only, it wasn't just Ruthie, it was Ruthie Camden.
Oh yeah, and a full name. Who jumps up like, all right, what is your information? And write it on like a slip of paper. Like there's such tiny fonts, like their address. Their
My
email
name
address.
is Ruthie Abigail Camden. I was born on January 19th,
1996. 96? No, she'd be younger than me then.
Okay, well,
She was
maybe
definitely
93, 92.
maybe 91. Let's go
No,
with 91.
no.
Yeah, I think so. This is 2006, right?
Yeah, this is 2006.
Okay, so she was probably closer to my age actually. She was
Yep.
probably like, yeah,
Exactly.
it's true. Fuck.
So,
Got me again, Jim. Got me good.
so he's been,
Gotcha.
the point of the matter is that Benjamin Bainsworth, who has never been introduced before and never makes another appearance on this show, apparently, if he does, write to us. We want to know.
It's not done yet. Of course, his appearance hasn't done yet.
No, but he has been thinking about calling her for an entire year.
For a whole year.
He's just admitted. He's just spilled the beans on that.
Trying to build up the courage.
But his excuse is that
But I didn't think you had a cell phone, and I didn't know about calling a religious person's house.
Good call.
good
Good
move, Dave.
move. That's
Uh,
a good move.
honestly, you probably should have followed your instincts, not called that religious person.
At all.
Dave, hit me up. I have no religion, and therefore no morality, and therefore will do disgusting things in the bedroom.
Hit us both up because,
Hey, sometimes you gotta make a brother sandwich. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's true.
That's disgusting.
Make a brother a sandwich?
Make a brother sandwich.
That's gross.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah.
So we don't do that. But press play.
Okay.
Yeah.
My dad's a minister, but we're pretty much like any other family.
False. Absolutely false.
No.
First of all, there's 7 children.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of families with 7 children.
Yeah, and I've known people with like a lot of siblings, and I can tell you,
Fucking weird.
it's fucking weird. And there's a lot of tension around the house.
Yeah, because everybody hates everybody at the same time.
Yeah,
There's
So
just
it's
more hate to go around.
just like, and like they're all like trying to fake smile too because God's like, well,
So-
act happy.
So she says she has just told him that they're just like any other family.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess now you are.
Yeah. Guess now we are.
So that's the end.
Yes.
That's the end of that
I wish
sighting.
she kind of played that. I want to get the full like.
All right, hang on.
Now that was a sweet kind of.
That's a sweet transition.
It's a very good.
You gotta
transition.
give it up to a show that has such smooth saxophone.
Like you don't want like the transition to be like
Pop Betty beat up, sit up,
because then there's Jesus Christ. It's like when the OxyClean commercials wake you up because they used to make the commercials louder than the show. It'd be like OxyClean. Like, oh my god.
I'll probably have to adjust that in post because it was so fucking loud.
Just seeing if you're awake, Jim.
Oh my god. So that was the first and only sighting of Dave Franco on Seventh Heaven.
Yeah, it's true.
So
In the
let's
cell phone episode.
let's talk about Highway to Sell.
As an episode, it's hard to watch.
It's garbage.
It's real bad.
It's utter garbage.
You know what the moments I enjoyed? Seeing Dave's beautiful face.
Oh, that too. I
Seeing
definitely.
his beautiful acting.
I mean, that goes without saying.
Yeah.
Anytime you see Dave is a good day.
Yeah.
But my like, if I had to pick a storyline, I'd say that the Simon and the Italian ex
That's the most
and just
interesting one.
extremely awkward dinner, and
Yeah.
then the fact that he's like sort of meeting up with some blonde girl in his parking lot simultaneously.
Yeah.
It's sort of a weird.
It's like, how is he doing it?
It's sort of a weird side fiction.
Yeah.
So that would, aside from Dave, but we really, to be honest, in the grand scheme of the episode, Dave Franco has very, very small influence.
Yeah, he doesn't really steal the
doesn't-
show.
He doesn't
just
affect,
yet.
He doesn't affect the plot in any way.
No.
Because especially if he never comes back, because it's literally a useless appearance.
Yeah, but I think he had to have it because you had to have like that little promise. People like, oh my god, who's that?
Who's
And then,
this
like,
young fresh face?
And then they were like, oh, you're not ready. You're not quite ready for that.
So Dave Franco's second credit is a short film called Frat Bros.
yeah,
Now, I've been looking high and low for this short film
Where did you come from? Where did you go? You've been looking high and low
for frat bros.
for frat bros.
So if you know of a place where this video still exists, it was at one point on YouTube. They were like sort of marketing it almost as like a web series. Like they made like almost like a little
Maybe it's
pilot.
on Amazon Video. Did you look on Amazon Video?
I haven't, but it was made a very long time ago, and it was very small. And if it was on Amazon Video, I feel like if my extensive Googling would have located it.
Right. Shit.
But I found an archive of the original film.
Screenshots?
No, like the main, like their main website, which is now defunct. And I found some screenshots of the thing, including one of Dave Franco, who is credited as Dave Franco,
Nice.
not Dave Franco.
Yeah, he was like trying it out.
It looks like
Everybody's
it looks like a raunchy fraternity style comedy, like college comedy. But if you have a copy of it, or if you know where a copy of it can be found, please get at us. We need to see that one.
If anybody's got it on their if there's anybody's got it on their
On their Zune?
Yeah, on their Zune, we'll buy it for like $100.
If you got it, I'll post it on your old LiveJournal or MySpace.
We won't pay $100 for that, but we'll pay $100 for a Zune because I kind of want one. I want to see what all the fuss was about.
I will do things for this video. Let me just put it that way. I'll do it. I'll do things for it.
Namely, pay $100 for a Zune.
I don't know why you would want a Zune.
I don't want a Zune.
Like
Apparently, they're garbage.
yeah, they're not a good thing. So let's go back. So maybe Frat Bros, because it was technically listed as later than this. Maybe he did it first, but it's listed later than this in his filmography.
Yeah.
So maybe Frat Bros pulled him away. Maybe they had this thing set up for him, and he was like, actually, you know what? This guy wants to start a series. I think it could be a big thing. I would have a major part in it. I'm going to go in this direction instead. And nothing ever happened with it.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, we need to know the pilot that made Dave jump off the Seventh Heaven ship.
Yeah, we need to see it.
So
is it a movie or is it a show?
It's a short film. They call it a short film, but I believe it was being set up as an episode because on the main page they have it listed as episode 1 or something. Watch the first episode. So I think
they made one pilot. Well, they made a pilot, and then they were like, "Oh shit, this is bad. Let's pull out."
Yeah, or they just couldn't sell it for whatever. So I want to know about Benjamin Bainsworth.
I want to know his whole shit.
Unless there's an actual storyline written around him, which I don't think there is.
Is there a Seventh Heaven wiki?
That's a good question. Let me see if I can just quickly Google Benjamin Bainsworth.
Maybe he's another character. Maybe he's like a character that jumps into every movie. Like maybe multiple people have played him, like James Bond.
Yeah,
Benjamin Bainsworth has just like been in so many movies.
Oh my god. Okay, Benjamin Bainsworth, Seventh Heaven TV Maze. We don't have a biography for Benjamin Bainsworth yet. Hang in there or go ahead and contribute one.
We should contribute one.
Well,
tracksuit, Dave Franco, drug suit, Dave Franco.
They have
number.
Literally the only appearance is on that one episode on this thing as well.
That's too bad.
So let's see if we can contribute one onto this site.
Let's make it slicey. Let's make it spicy.
I would have to log in, and we both know that's not going to happen.
That's never going to happen.
Yeah, literally all that says there's an actual Benjamin Bainsworth in the world.
Oh, of course there is, man. There's everybody in the world.
Yeah, but
there's probably like an Apple shithead.
There's nothing to be known about Benjamin Bainsworth except what we say is Benjamin Bainsworth.
Now, Benjamin Bainsworth,
yeah,
for what I think is he grew up in 1867. Okay, hear me out.
Okay, I'm going with you. I don't like where this is going. let me just put that out there.
He grew up in 1857, so he's an immortal.
Yeah.
He's just been living for so long, and he is essentially the devil.
Well, you're talking about our boy Dave right now.
I know, but hear me out here.
Okay.
The devil.
Super good looking.
Super good looking. Rad as fuck. Can do kickflip. Listens to Limp Bizkit. Now God. Listens to Creed.
Watches Seventh Heaven. And can't do a fucking ollie. Barely ollies.
He can barely ollie. He maybe can shove it on a good day, but like no ollies, man. What are you gonna go for? I'm gonna go for the devil every day, all day.
All day.
Jack Black, he's always talking about how good the devil is, and without the devil, you wouldn't have things like, I don't know, Revolt and
You think that the devil's behind
Raging
Revolt?
Against the Machine.
You think that the devil is behind Revolt?
I think he's kind of behind like going against authority.
Hey, can we quickly mention the fact that when Simon's girlfriend's ex comes in, he's like, "You're looking yummy as ever."
Yummy as ever.
And it's
So
the
no
most-
human ever talks like this, first of all. Second of all, I immediately thought, oh, this is like he's an Italian character. Okay,
Yeah.
he's an Italian. He's every stereotype about them. I think that he makes them pasta or something like that.
Oh no, she makes
their
a vegetarian
pasta,
lasagna.
Yeah.
That it was his
Eggplant.
mom's recipe.
Like that's a weird one because I don't think Italians typically eat vegetarian. So that's a weird one that they're like, okay, this particular Italian is vegetarian.
I don't know if that's like a thing. I don't know if that's like if there are a lot of vegetarian Italians. If you're a vegetarian Italian, write to us.
Write to us.
We want to know about your stories.
Let's face it, Jim. Nobody's gonna be listening to this.
Well, the real Dave Franco fans in the world,
Will.
the actual Dave Franco's Dream Boys,
That's true.
they're gonna listen.
They're gonna listen intently.
Yeah, I mean, our love for Dave Franco cannot be stopped. And
Can my drawing be the logo for the show?
yeah, it always was going to be.
Yes.
It always was going to be, including the font and everything.
I kind of want to get. I don't want to color it, but I don't know how to color it.
You'd have to do a lot of shading, like you'd have to use brushes,
Yeah.
and I would just do it on the background, like make it so that you're drawing on the background, so that the actual face stays above it and
Right.
untouched by the color.
That's true. Eh?
It's just a little bit of Photoshop shop talk there.
Yeah, I should do that. But yeah, I really like this episode just because of Dave Franco.
Well, yeah, exactly.
and
every
because
other
of nothing else.
every other episode of Seventh Heaven is utter garbage, just
Yeah.
absolute trash. But this episode was phenomenal. I wonder if James has been on the show.
Probably not.
You don't think so?
No, I think James was past this point. Like, this was like around Freaks and Geeks, right? Or was Freaks and Geeks making like 1999 or something like
I
that?
don't know. I don't know when Freaks and Geeks was. I think it was pretty early.
Yeah. It was set in the 80s?
Yeah.
No, early 90s, I think.
Late 80s, early 90s.
Late 80s, early
We're not
90s.
talking about James here.
No.
This isn't James Franco's
isn't
Dream
James
Boys.
Franco's
This
Dream
is
Boys.
DFDB, Dave Franco's Dream Boys.
You like when they go together, though.
It's true. It's
good.
fun. And we'll have some of those in upcoming episodes. But this episode, we're talking about Highway to Sell,
Highway to Sell.
the ultimate Seventh Heaven
penultimate.
episode. Yeah. I would say
No, it's not the
this is where the
penultimate.
show jumped the shark, really, because once you have Dave Franco on the show, you can only go down from there.
Yeah, I
I
wonder
mean,
if
unless you stay
has
on-
he been on other shows? Like,
Well, we're going to find out, Quinn, as we travel through Dave's career.
this is gonna take a long time.
Yeah, but that's
This is
a good
huge.
thing for a podcast that we do an episode on, over
very
time.
true.
So what do you think? So you think Benjamin Bainsworth is a time traveling demon?
Yeah, I think he's been living forever, and he calls Ruthie because he's like, hey, maybe she can be easily manipulated.
Yeah, he's going to try to corrupt the pastor's
But
daughter.
she's firm on her beliefs, and
You
he's
think-
like, well, fuck this. Now you're like every other family.
Well, see, I would
you
see.
have that kind of like you have the influence of the cell phones because they're still addicted to talking on the cell phone.
Well, see, that's the whole point,
Yeah.
right? So I think that the devil has seen. Oh, now you got a cell phone, huh? Now
Oh,
you down to
yeah.
fuck.
Oh yeah,
Well, now you've got a cell phone. You're down to clown.
yeah. You're down to do stuff.
Once you get a cell phone, your innocence is over. Sorry, parents who are giving their children cell phones at like 9 years old. They're done. That's it.
done.
They're over.
They've got internet. They've
They're
got
grown-ups
access
now.
to the internet.
They're
They've got
grown-ups
access
now.
to everything.
Yeah, you might as well just like hand them the keys to your car because they're grown-ups now. So
Here you go, Timmy. 6.
what I sort of saw Benjamin Bainsworth as is the up and coming track star. Now that may be just because he's wearing a track jacket,
Yeah.
but you have to pick up on little clues like these if you're going to really hunt down the etymology or the history and the trajectory of a Dave Franco character.
Let's break down
Because
let's-
Dave Franco had a contribution to his costume. He said, you know what, Benjamin would never wear this. I need a track jacket. I need a little cool
a little
necklace.
emblem. Yeah, a cool necklace. He needs a white T-shirt.
Yeah.
Hanes.
And his cell phone,
Don't even try to get him fucking Old Navy.
his cell phone is flip all the way. He would
Flip.
never. Benjamin Bainsworth would never have a brick phone.
Or the ones where like with the rudimentary keyboard where they slide out.
I don't even think those were a thing yet.
No, 2006 they were definitely a thing.
Yeah,
they
you're
had
probably right.
They
They
had
had
they had big phones, but they weren't that big, and they were like they lit up all sorts of different colors.
So this episode would have been released in my final year of high school. Like
Did you
while I
have
was
the
like,
Motorola Razr yet?
yes, I did.
Oh, you had the Razr, and then you gave it to me,
sure
and
did.
I shot a lot of skateboard videos on that thing,
Did you?
and they were really bad.
Oh,
They were, like you couldn't
Sounds
see
about-
anything,
sounds about right.
and I'm like, I gotta try to be better than this because this phone takes
garbage.
worse pictures than a potato.
So I sort of saw Benjamin Bainsworth as a up and coming track star.
Okay.
Ruthie, who's this quiet Christian girl, he wasn't sure that he could hang with her because his boys are a little bit rough and tumble.
Yeah, they're a little
they
bit
become frat bros.
They're a little bit frayed around the edges.
Yeah, exactly. So he wasn't sure he could call her, but he's been had his eye on her from afar for a long time.
Yeah.
And I think if he was allowed to continue in the show, his trajectory might end up in some sort of car accident where he's not at fault,
Yes.
or possibly drunk driving where he is at fault and he breaks his legs and can never run again. As a track star.
But then.
But Ruthie's going to nurse him to health and pray over his legs.
Yeah.
And nothing will happen, but everybody will learn a valuable lesson about how prayer does nothing.
And then he's gonna be a recurring character where he's just a person in a wheelchair who constantly shows up at their house.
But can never get in because they've never installed a ramp for him.
Yeah.
So he has to just hang around outside.
And like sometimes characters will like carry him. He'd carry him in. He'd be like, "Thanks, I've been out there for like 6 hours, but thanks for bringing me in now."
I've been yelling for you and yelling for you. I saw you looking at me through the window. You know I was here.
You've seen the claw marks. You've seen the blood. I've been scratching on this door for 16 straight hours.
You have it. You all have cell phones. I have all your numbers. I've been calling for hours.
Oh yeah, we blocked you months ago, son. We just had you.
I appeared in the Highway to Sell episode.
He's in the background of every episode in Seventh Heaven, I bet, if you look hard enough. And we were looking hard for Dave Franco.
When we really were at the beginning because he doesn't show up like for the first time in like a 44-minute episode. He doesn't show up until 52, almost 33 minutes, almost 3/4 of the way through.
Let's only
an
hope
episode.
that his screen time improves.
Oh, I'm
and
sure
it will.
It will, because we know that Dave Franco eventually stars in his own movie.
He's a bona fide star.
Yeah, so we've technically done an episode of Dave Franco's Dream Boys with our The Room episode because
Yeah, it's true.
we sort of like
No,
remarked on the disaster artist.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like, how would you rate? Let's come up with a rating system for Dave Franco's performances and contributions on the whole to an episode. So let's say that
Teeth.
yeah,
Teeth.
yeah, we're definitely gonna rate it out of teeth. The highest rating will be 66 teeth.
66 teeth? Okay.
That's the highest.
Okay, like almost like Metacritic, right?
Yeah. So, but like the highest point is 66.
Okay.
So you have like, and you can have whatever criteria you want, and so we're gonna rate it in 3 categories
Mm-hmm.
that I'm gonna make up right now.
Okay. I like this.
So
Oh, yes, Andy.
one, physical appearance of the Dave.
Yes.
So how good he looks, versus everybody else in the show, and then also how good he looks compared to his body of work. Right now, we don't have a lot to compare it to except the things that we've seen,
Yeah,
but we will.
We'll
We'll build up a criteria of Dave.
And he'll just keep getting better and better looking because that's what he does.
Yep.
That's what Dave does.
So number 2, you know what? He was in a show, and it was Scrubs.
Yeah, he was in season 9.
And we're gonna have to watch that. So get ready for that.
All those episodes too.
Yeah.
There's like
Yeah.
a bunch of them. There's like 8.
Yeah. So like, we're gonna have like a whole segment of the show where we just watch that Scrubs.
We're gonna have to do it in a day, man. I don't know if we can spread it out that far.
We'll do 2 episodes.
Actually, I don't think it's
we'll
that
do,
bad. I
We'll do
don't think
2
it's-
eps per episode. Like,
I don't think it's as bad as people remember it.
it's not that bad. It's
No.
not that bad. It's no Scrubs, but it's not
No.
that bad.
He was kind of a dick from what I remember.
Yeah,
from when I
he's
watched
kind of
the
a
show.
shitty character,
Yeah.
but I'm excited for it. So, so the first is physical appearance.
Yeah.
Second is his contribution to the storyline. Okay,
Yeah.
and the third criteria will be his overall performance. So now that you've heard the 3 rating criteria,
Yes.
out of 66 possible teeth, how would you give Dave's physical appearance in this performance?
I'd give him a 55.
A 55, eh? So 5 out of 6. What makes you say that?
I think he's going to get better, at evaluating his body shape and his body size and what fits him best. And of course, 2006, everything was baggy. Everything was kind
It's
of
true. You don't see his impressive figure yet.
No.
See, I'm going to give him a 45.
Okay,
I think the mussiness of his hair,
Yeah.
it doesn't do it for me.
I see. It does it for me because
Although his teeth are very white. That boy has some white teeth.
Yeah.
Even as a young lad.
they cost a lot of money.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, his crooked smile is beautiful. He's
It's true.
definitely more beautiful than ugly.
That's very true.
You got to give him positive marks on that.
And
What do you think about his wardrobe?
his wardrobe is pretty good. It's pretty good. He could
It's sort
get
of
better.
what he wears in Superbad, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Although in Superbad, he's wearing more of a gym shirt. This one's more of just like a Hanes white shirt. The one he's
True.
wearing is like kind of like a lighter blue kind of. He's got like I think he might have a yellow vest on,
Right. Right.
and over top of a gym shirt. But it's a very good outfit and very short shorts.
So, how would you rate his contribution to the episode?
He didn't contribute a lot. I'll give him that. He didn't really contribute a whole ton of a lot to the story.
Some might say that he is the one shining bright moment in an otherwise dismal episode.
I would tend to agree with that. I think he does things for us, but he doesn't do a lot for the plot.
No, that's true. So, what would you give him out of 66 teeth?
I'd probably give him 22.
22 teeth?
Yeah, I always want to go for like the even numbers.
Yeah.
Like I always want to go like for 11, no. 10. 22. 'Cause there's-
Well, 11 and 22
11.
makes sense because it's 66, right? So it's like it easily divides by 11.
That's true.
And,
Fuck.
Yeah.
11 then.
Yeah.
10.
10.
22.
So what's your final answer on that one? I'm going to need to just hear that again because you just started rambling
22.
numbers. 22. What makes you think that a third of the episode was contributed by him
22 is not a third.
of 66?
Oh, fuck, it is. So, like 11, probably. Not even 11. God damn it. I'd say like a 2. This is a confusing rating system. Don't use this out of 66. What kind of psychopath are you?
Well, I just think that Dave Franco's smile is so luminous that he probably has 2 sets of 33 teeth. Like, 33 on top.
No,
33
he's got
on the
2
bottom.
sets of 50 teeth. 100, baby. Dave Franco's our shark. Out of 100, it'd be way easier.
But the average human only has 30 teeth. 100 teeth is so many teeth.
Have you seen that boy's teeth? He's got a lot of them, Jim. That's his whole shtick. He's got lots of teeth. You ever seen the mouth on that kid? It's like looking into a fucking shark's mouth.
Let me rate his contribution to the episode. I'm gonna give it a 1 because that's the lowest you can rate it on the scale of 1 to 66 teeth.
I'm gonna give it a 2. You know what? It helped Ruthie kind of get past her waiting for somebody better, like
And the fact that he's the only person that calls her that her dad didn't coerce into calling her.
yeah, she should pick him.
Yeah, clearly.
But
But
it's a terrible, god awful show, and I'm glad this episode was over. But I'm also glad that we got to see our boy, our sweet 125-pound boy.
so what final rating criteria
Yeah.
out of 66 teeth? How do you rate Mr. Dave Franco's performance in this feature?
Now I'm gonna give him an 88.
Out of 66?
Yeah. Imagine if Roger Ebert was like, I'm gonna give it 6 48 thumbs up. And they're like, that's not what you usually say. What are you talking about?
I'm gonna give it 3 thumbs up. Wait, what? And then a hand just bursts through his chest with a thumb up. He's like,
And what
I
about it?
spontaneously evolved. I love this movie so much.
6 1/4. What?
His hand just grows more thumbs.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna give it
Out of 60.
77. No shit, I did it again. 55.
5 out of 6, huh?
Yeah.
Same rating as the as his physical appearance.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I like him. I'll watch him in anything.
He did have like one of the better performances, you
Yeah.
know. He came. I'm sure you even heard it in the audio. He came across as quite,
Believable?
sensitive,
Yeah.
nervous, timid.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
But also sexy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So sexy.
Dripping with sex appeal. So I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna give him a 58.
Okay.
You know, because I feel like truly he's one of the better performances in this show.
I would tend to agree.
Yeah.
a good score.
The other one would be the Vic guy, the parent of the kid,
Yeah,
the
he's
father
pretty-
of the kid.
He's
that's-
good, but he's skeezy, but he's good.
Yeah, he's skeezy. He's skeezy to the max. But you know, he
So
gets
is
it
that
done.
show.
Yeah, the show is it gives you major skeeve vibes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that his performance was the best on the show.
Yep, me too.
So thank you everybody for sticking with us.
This is a long episode. This is the longest episode
It's-
we've probably ever had.
Well, no, because we used to do full movies.
That's true.
So, but it's definitely
Wasn't
longer-
Batman like 2 hours long?
something like that. It was bad.
Oh.
So, but it's definitely one of the longer episodes we've ever recorded.
Yeah.
We're probably not going to do these. We're definitely not going to do these as frequently as the Jupiter Boys, but
Right. Every month, maybe.
yeah, maybe when we get a chance, we're going to do some Dave Franco's Dream Boys
It's
episodes.
gonna take us a long time.
Yeah, but that's I'm not going anywhere.
Yep. Cue up the theme song to Orange is the New Black.
Yeah,
We've got time.
we sure do. Thank you, Miss Spector. So
I thank her every morning.
yeah,
be honest.
when you get up bed, do your sun salutation and thank Regina Spector.
Yep.
For being the goddess of the earth.
For being Regina Spektor.
Yeah. I mean, you should, but definitely, we've been Dave Franco's Dream Boys. I'm Jim Jupiter.
And I'm Quinn Jupiter.
You can find us somewhere on Twitter. The link will be in the show notes. You can
Yep.
find us somewhere on the web. The link will also be in the show notes.
Yep.
And we'll do episodes whenever we get a chance of every single. Maybe it'll become solidified at some point, but we're gonna go through Dave Franco's entire catalog. And
To all my shit. Oh my God, Dave. What's up?
I wasn't really Dave. That was just Quinn.
No,
But,
it was me. I fooled you though. I got you. I got the audience. I didn't get you.
You got me pretty good because
Yeah.
I like for a second you
You're like, oh, Dave.
yeah you disappointed me more than you'll ever know. But
What
if
if
Dave
we get
Franco,
a Dave Franco lookalike?
if he's a sound-alike, maybe
Yeah.
we got. If you know Dave Franco or are Dave Franco or sound like Dave Franco, please get in touch with us.
Yeah. We'll Skype you in.
Yeah, we'll Skype you in. This has been Dave Franco's Dream Boys. You can get Dave Franco's Dream Boys at the Jupiter Boys merchandise shop. It's thejupiterboys.com/shop. I'll probably route, dfdb.com/shop or something at some point.
Yeah.
But for now, I don't know how to say goodbye, all you Dream Boys.
WHADOLFISHARK